Honorable Chairpersons and members of the Joint Committee, I appear before you today to vehemently oppose the Protection of Sovereignty Bill 2026 in its entirety. While cloaked in the language of patriotism, a careful legal analysis reveals that this bill suffers from fatal constitutional defects, including unjustifiable limitations on the fundamental rights, dangerous vagueness, and an unconstitutional subversion of the multi-party dispensation. In our current political climate, where the state keeps persecuting people and state persecution has forced opposition leaders and critics out of the country, this bill ceases to be a theoretical threat. It is an immediate existential danger to political pluralism, economic survival, and Uganda's standing in the global community. To appreciate the gravity of this bill, I invite the committee to examine the chilling day-to-day realities that this law will create across all sectors of Uganda if passed. 1. Reclassifying Ugandan citizens as foreigners. The most insidious provision is hidden in Clause 1, which defines a foreigner to include B, a Ugandan citizen residing outside Uganda. There are numerous Ugandans who live in the diaspora, and they remit over $2.5 billion annually to our country. All these citizens are going to be deemed foreigners by this law. When did this government cease to care about its citizens to the extent of regarding them as non-citizens? Consider a political leader born in Uganda, a registered voter, and a duly elected party president who is forced into exile or out of the country due to state persecution. Under Clause 1B, the moment that citizen crosses the border to save their life, that law strips them of their Ugandan identity and reclassifies them as a foreigner. Because Clause 1 defines an agent of a foreigner as anyone who acts under the direction or control of a foreigner, and Clause 2.2a says the act applies to anyone who engages in political activities, for or in the interests of a foreigner. The domino effect is devastating, Honorable Chair and members. Imagine a party official in Kampala receives a WhatsApp voice note from this party president who is out of the country, instructing them to coordinate some party activities. Under this bill, by following those instructions, the party official here in Uganda is guilty of engaging in political activities for a foreigner who left the country. Under Clause 14, they face 10 years in prison. Under Clause 5.4, they face 20 years in prison. A local party administrator or aide, simply doing their job by taking instructions from their leader, becomes a felon.